You've been dieting for weeks. The scale is going down, but your body looks softer and weaker instead of lean. Muscle is disappearing, yet fat is still there. It sounds unreal, but it's happening to many people right now. If you don't understand how fat loss truly works, this can easily happen to you too. We're constantly told that fat can't be reduced from specific areas. So why does belly fat always appear first and disappear last? Is cardio actually better than weight training? Does exercising on an empty stomach help? And is there a slower, almost effortless method that works quietly in the background? In this video, we break down the most common fat loss questions from across the internet. No magic creams, no fat-melting belts, no wasted money. Once you understand the real science, we'll build a plan that's smart, practical, and designed for long-term results. Let's start with how fat loss really works. When you eat fewer calories or move more, your body needs extra energy. To get it, your system signals fat cells to release stored fuel. That fat breaks down, enters the bloodstream, and gets used by your body. That's the basic mechanism behind fat loss. True fat burning starts when energy demand rises sharply. Heavy breathing, fatigue, and discomfort are signals that your body is struggling to keep up. That's when fat usage increases. Most people slow down right at this stage, which stops the process too early. When effort drops, the body adapts and returns to storing energy. That's why months of cardio can show little visible change. To access stored fat, you must stay in that demanding state long enough for fat oxidation to compound. Here's something surprising. Fat doesn't vanish. Once burned, it leaves your body mainly through carbon dioxide when you exhale, and through water lost via sweat and urine. Every deep breath during hard effort is literally fat leaving your body. However, there's a danger most people don't realize. Under stress, your body may burn muscle instead of fat. This happens when calories are cut too aggressively or when strength training is ignored. Now, let's address spot reduction. Fat loss patterns aren't random. Genetics, hormones, blood flow, and fat cell receptors all play a role. Men usually store fat around the belly first and lose it last. Women often store fat in the hips, thighs, and lower belly. Belly fat is stubborn because it receives less blood flow and contains more alpha-2 receptors, which resist fat release. Areas with more beta-2 receptors release fat more easily. That's why abdominal fat is biologically designed to stick around. Doing ab exercises won't remove belly fat directly. You're strengthening the muscles underneath, not choosing where fat disappears. Fat loss always happens system-wide. So what works better, cardio or weight training? Cardio requires quick energy, so your body mostly burns glucose during intense sessions. Fat takes longer and needs more oxygen, which is why it isn't the primary fuel source in high-intensity cardio. But cardio still matters. After the workout, glucose levels drop and your body enters recovery mode. During this phase, fat burning increases even while resting or sleeping. This is the afterburn effect. Weight training serves a different purpose. It protects muscle during fat loss. When muscles are used, your body preserves them. When they aren't, the body breaks them down for energy. That's why combining cardio and strength training is essential.
What about fasted workouts? Training on an empty stomach can increase fat usage because insulin and glycogen levels are low. This works best for low to moderate intensity exercise. For high-intensity workouts or heavy lifting, fasted training can backfire. Performance drops, weakness increases, and muscle loss becomes more likely. A light, easily digestible meal often works better. Another common myth is sweating. Sweat doesn't equal fat loss. It's just your body cooling itself. Weight loss through sweating is temporary water loss and returns once you rehydrate. Some people lose weight quickly but see no fat loss. This usually means muscle is being burned. Severe calorie restriction without strength training pushes the body into survival mode, where muscle is sacrificed and fat is protected. Breathing also plays a critical role. Fat burning depends on oxygen. Shallow breathing limits oxygen delivery and reduces fat oxidation. Improving breathing technique alone can significantly improve fat usage. The most effective breathing strategy includes nasal breathing when possible, belly-based breathing, slow, deep inhales, and forceful exhales to clear carbon dioxide and make room for oxygen. Now let's build an efficient weekly plan. Start the week with high-intensity cardio like sprint intervals or hill runs. This rapidly depletes glycogen and pushes the body toward fat usage. Follow it with full-body strength training the next day, focusing on compound movements. After lifting, add a slow walk to encourage fat burning while glucose levels are low. Midweek, perform steady-state cardio for 45 to 60 minutes. The final portion matters most. Slow down, don't stop. That's when fat contribution increases. Include an active recovery day with light movement and relaxed breathing. Then return to another strength session, followed by light cardio. End the week with long-duration cardio at a slow, steady pace. The final stretch is where most fat burning happens. Finish with a rest day, focused on recovery. Nutrition is just as important. Prioritize protein to protect muscle, increase fiber to control hunger, maintain a moderate calorie deficit, and stay well hydrated. Avoid sugar and highly processed foods. Even a short binge can undo days of progress. Sleep at least 7 to 8 hours every night. Without proper sleep, fat loss becomes extremely difficult. For those who are busy or not chasing rapid results, an autopilot approach works well. Light walking after meals, slower eating, consistent protein intake, and quality sleep gradually reprogram your metabolism. It takes time, but it's sustainable. Once these habits lock in, unhealthy patterns stop repeating, and fat loss becomes a natural outcome.